they have the service keyword, the service page, the service, the target keyword, and then they have the actual location. And so I bet you we could actually just do a search right now. We do PEMF Phoenix. I bet you they probably show up. If not, it could. Yep, here we go. See? So they're number 1 here. So you can tell an SEO wrote this. But then I'm also making notes of like what else they included on the page. So they have just some branded content here about kind of their service offering. But then they have a section about how PEMF therapy works, benefits of PEMF therapy, and a quote. So and then their approach, and then a schedule consultation. So they have about 4 sections, right? So I'm making a note. I'm saying they have 4 sections on their service page. I think, if we include 6 sections, that might be more content, more comprehensive content. One thing, is you might be asking yourself, well, what type of content would we include? One really easy way to figure out extra content you can include is 1, search their target keyword and their location, kind of like what we did here, and then look for a people also ask section. So I'm not seeing anything here, but what I am seeing is these people also search for keywords. Obviously, there's some things you can't include, like Travis Whitney, Pulse Pro. These are what's it called? Branded searches. Earth Pulse PMF, right? But like these ones here, right here, PMF for humans, regenerative medicine, Phoenix. These are keywords I'm going to try to include in our service page. And then one thing you can also do is you can actually look at these other competitors. If there's a section that they include that, let's say this competitor doesn't include, I'm telling myself, I'm going to include everything Innate Healthcare Institute includes, but then I'm also going to add that additional section that they don't have, that we found from the number 2 competitor, right? So that's kind of how I audit service pages whenever I am, let's say, when we know we're going against someone who has service pages that we have to go against. This example here, this competitor, they don't even have service pages. They don't have location pages. So it's very easy for me to just say, let's just create service pages. Let's create location pages, and we can outrank this person, this website. But for this website, they already have built out service pages, and you can tell an SEO wrote it. So now I know, we're going up against someone that understands what they're doing. So we actually have to outrank them by creating better content. And so I'm auditing the content they've created. I'm looking at their competitors in the search results. I'm figuring out, let's say, what content Dr. Shockwave RX has that we can that Innate Healthcare doesn't have. And then I'm making sure that when I write a service page for PEMF therapy, I'm going to include that section as well. Now, there's a good chance they might not actually have included anything. In that case, I might go and ask Claude what else, might a potential client ask before they decide to book this service. Claude will give me a list, and then I'll say, write a section for that. But let's see here. What did they have? They had benefits. They had approach. So here's one. They have FAQs. This site doesn't have FAQs, I believe. Yeah, they don't have FAQs. So instantly I'm telling myself we're adding FAQs as well on top of everything in our service